There's a moment that happens before anyone speaks to you. It's silent, it's fast, and it decides more than most people want to admit. Someone looks at you, and in the first few seconds their brain is already sorting you into a category: safe or unsafe, high value or low value, confident or needy, leader or follower. Not because they're evil, because humans are animals with social software. We scan, we rank, we predict, we do it automatically. And if you've ever walked into a room and felt the temperature change, felt the eyes, felt the subtle shift, you already know this is real. You might not have had words for it, so you called it anxiety or insecurity, or maybe I'm overthinking, but you weren't imagining it. You were picking up signals. Here's what makes it uncomfortable. The first impression isn't just an opinion, it's a filter. Once someone decides you're timid, everything you do gets interpreted through that lens. If you speak softly, it confirms it. If you speak firmly, they call it rude. If you set a boundary, they say you're overcompensating. This is why first impressions feel unfair. They don't just judge you, they shape how your future behavior gets explained. Machiavelli would call this the battlefield before the battle, the part where power is decided before the sword comes out. Because the truth is, most people aren't evaluating your soul when they look at you. They're evaluating your position. They're asking, without saying it, where do you sit in the hierarchy, and how should I treat you to protect my own interests? So, if you want to understand what people really think when they look at you, you have to stop hoping for a flattering answer. You have to look at it coldly, not to become paranoid, to become precise. Here's the first truth. People don't see you the way you see you. They see a story. They see a silhouette made of your posture, your face, your timing, your voice, your clothes, your eye contact, your calm. They see how you carry your attention. They see whether you apologize for existing. And then they make a prediction. Can this person be moved? Because that's the real question. Not, is this person good? Not, is this person kind? Those are secondary. The first scan is leverage. If you look like someone who can be pushed, certain people will push. If you look like someone who needs approval, certain people will withhold it. If you look uncertain, people treat you like uncertainty. If you look grounded, they measure their words. This is why you can be the most intelligent person in the room and still get dismissed if your signals are weak, and you can be average and still get respected if your signals are clean. So in this video, I'm going to give you a Machiavellian decoder. 4 sections, no fluff. What people read when they look at you, why they read it, and how to upgrade the signals without turning into a cartoon of alpha nonsense. But let me set a boundary right now. This isn't about becoming fake. It's about becoming deliberate. There's a difference. Fake is performance. Deliberate is architecture. And one more warning. Some of what I'm about to say will sting because it will explain moments you tried to forget. The meeting where you got talked over. The friend who suddenly got busy when you needed them. The stranger who treated you like you were invisible. Those weren't random. Those were responses to a story you accidentally told with your body and behavior. Good news is, stories can be rewritten. When people look at you, most of them run a checklist without knowing they're doing it. It's not a conscious spreadsheet, it's instinct. First, status. Do you look like someone who has options? Options create gravity. If you have options, you don't chase. If you don't chase, you look valuable. If you look valuable, people either respect you or compete with you. Status isn't just money. It's how you occupy space. It's whether you move like you belong. It's whether you speak like you expect to be heard. It's whether you can handle silence without filling it with nervous words. Second, safety. Are you emotionally stable or are you volatile? People don't respect volatility. They fear it or exploit it. If you look reactive, they tiptoe or they poke you. If you look calm, they assume you're in control. And third, usefulness. What can you do for me? This sounds harsh, but it's honest. Humans are cooperative predators. We form alliances. We trade value. Even love has logistics. People are always asking, is this person an asset or a liability? Now, here's the part nobody likes. Many people don't disrespect you because they hate you. They disrespect you because they don't see a cost. Cost is the currency of behavior. If treating you poorly costs them nothing, no loss of access, no social penalty, no consequence, they'll do it, especially when they're stressed or insecure. Machiavelli's world was full of courts and smiles and knives. The modern version is offices, group chats, families, friend circles, same dynamic. People test where you stand. So what are they really thinking? If you enter with slumped shoulders, rushed breath, and a voice that asks permission, they think, this person is lower status. I can set the tone. They may not say it. They'll show it with interruptions, casual dismissals, jokes at your expense. If you enter with steady pacing, clean eye contact, and calm speech, they think, this person is self-contained. I should be careful. That doesn't mean they'll like you, but they'll respect the boundary of your presence. Let's make this practical. Here's a quick way to see it in real time. Imagine you walk into a cafe and the barista is rushed. If you speak softly and hesitate, they'll hand you whatever is easiest. If you speak clearly and calmly, they'll fix the order without attitude. Same person, same day, different signals. Or think about dating. If you arrive like you're grateful for any attention, people treat you like a backup plan. If you arrive like you enjoy them but don't need them, they lean in. Not because you're playing games, but because your nervous system is broadcasting, I'm not starving. Even online, it's the same. The person who argues in every comment section looks easy to provoke. The person who posts, disappears, and keeps building looks expensive. Humans respect what they can't easily access. That's why some people are treated like leaders before they earn the title. They walk in unhurried. They don't over-apologize. They don't chase the group's approval like oxygen. They make decisions without a parade of explanations, and that alone signals status. Meanwhile, the person who over-explains every choice teaches everyone else to doubt them. None of this is mind tricks. It's basic social economics. People pay attention where attention seems costly, and they discount what looks desperate to be chosen. People read your posture as your relationship with yourself. Straight posture without stiffness signals self-respect. Collapsed posture signals surrender. Overly aggressive posture signals insecurity, trying to impersonate dominance. The sweet spot is relaxed control. People read your face as permission. A face that constantly smiles, even when nothing is funny, signals appeasement. A face that is tense signals threat. A neutral face with warmth, when appropriate, signals selective access. I can be friendly, but I'm not here to beg. People read your timing as confidence. Fast talking, over-explaining, and constant nodding signals anxiety. Slow, clear speech signals certainty. Pauses signal that you don't fear silence. Silence is a luxury. People read your boundaries as value. The person who always says yes is treated as disposable. The person who can say no without drama becomes rare, and rare things are handled with care. And yes, people read your appearance, not because morality is dead, but because visuals are information. Clean, intentional presentation signals competence and self-management. Sloppy signals chaos. Overly flashy can signal desperation. Again, deliberate, not performative. Here's the Machiavellian twist. People are not judging you as you. They're judging what dealing with you will cost them and what it will gain them. That's why the same person can treat you differently depending on who is watching. In public, they're performing for the hierarchy. In private, they're negotiating access. You've seen this. In a meeting, someone laughs at your idea, but later they message you privately asking for help. In a friend group, someone teases you when others are around, but when you're alone, they're suddenly soft. That's not confusion, that's strategy. They're reading the room and placing themselves. Once you see this, you stop taking everything personally. You stop spiraling over whether someone likes you. You start asking the only useful question, what game are they playing right now? And when you understand the game, you can choose your moves. There are two lies that keep people socially powerless. The first lie is, just be yourself. That advice sounds pure, but it's incomplete. If you are yourself without awareness, you broadcast raw signals you didn't intend. Being yourself is fine. Being unconscious is expensive. The second lie is, be nice and people will respect you. Niceness can earn affection. It does not automatically earn respect. Respect comes from standards and competence. Niceness without standards becomes submission, and submission invites contempt, even from people who benefit from it. Machiavelli would say it bluntly, appearing good is useful, but being weak is fatal. You can be kind and still be unmovable. You can be warm and still be feared in the right way. Feared as in this person won't tolerate nonsense. So what do people think when they look at you through these lies? If you're always nice, always available, always quick to forgive, they think, this person can be used. They might like you, but liking you is not the same as honoring you. They'll take your time, your energy, your attention, and then vanish when you need anything. If you're yourself, in the sense that you dump emotions, overshare, and seek validation, they think, this person is easy to steer. Again, not always consciously, but the effect is the same. People adjust their behavior to what you allow. This is why the most dangerous person in a room is not the loud one, it's the composed one, the one who listens more than they speak, the one who doesn't rush to prove anything, the one who doesn't laugh when the joke is disrespectful, the one who can hold eye contact without aggression. That person communicates, I decide what gets through. And here's another uncomfortable truth. People often project their own hunger onto you. The insecure person looks at you and scans for superiority. The jealous person scans for flaws. The opportunist scans for weaknesses. The kind person scans for humanity. So sometimes what people think when they look at you is more about them than you. But you still have responsibility. Your signals either invite the wrong projections or discourage them. So how do you discourage them? You stop giving away your power in small ways. You stop apologizing for basic needs. You stop explaining your no. You stop laughing to soften your boundaries. You stop reacting quickly to provocation. You stop trying to win approval from people who benefit from your neediness. And you start doing something very simple. You behave like you have options, even before you do. This is not pretending you're rich or famous. It's the posture of a person who can walk away. People can smell when you can't. If you can't walk away, they treat you accordingly. Think about the difference between warm and soft. Warm is human. Soft is bendable. You want warmth with a spine. You can smile and still say no. You can be polite and still end a conversation. You can be friendly and still keep your distance. That combination confuses manipulators because they can't label you as either a threat or a target. You become something worse for them, unpredictable. When you enter a room, don't rush to earn your seat. Take it. When you speak, don't talk to fill space. Talk to move the moment. When someone challenges you with disrespect, don't match their emotion. Match it with clarity. Don't do that. Then continue. No theater. That's the shift. Not from kind to cruel. From unconscious to deliberate. Now we get to the part that changes everything. The upgrade. If you want people to think differently when they look at you, you don't need a new personality. You need a new operating system. Start with your nervous system. Calm is not a vibe, it's training. The reason many people look weak is because they're leaking anxiety through micro-signals, rapid speech, fidgeting, constant smiling, over-explaining, avoiding eye contact. Your body is telling on you. So, you train stillness. You practice speaking a little slower than your impulse. You practice pausing after questions. You practice eye contact that is steady, not intense. You practice breathing through discomfort instead of escaping it with jokes or chatter. Then you install standards. Standards are invisible until they're tested. Decide what you tolerate and what you don't, and make it consistent. Not dramatic, consistent. When someone crosses a line, you respond with a simple boundary and a consequence. That's it. Over time, people learn that your presence has rules. Here are 3 simple drills that change how you're perceived in a week. 1. The pause. Before you answer, take 1 full breath. Not to look cool, to remind your body that you're not being chased. 2. The clean no. Say no once without explaining. I can't. Not today. That doesn't work for me. 3. The exit. If a conversation becomes disrespectful, leave it early. Not angry, early. Your future self will thank you. Next, build competence. Competence is the deepest form of status. It creates gravity without begging. When you are undeniably good at something, you stop negotiating for respect. People either align with you or compete with you, but they can't ignore you. This is why Machiavelli valued virtù, capability, the ability to impose your will on fortune. And finally, control your narrative with your behavior. You don't need to announce you're confident. You act like a person who expects professionalism. You don't need to announce you're dangerous. You act like a person who doesn't react. Emotional control is rare. Rare things are respected. Here's the final test. When you upgrade your signals, some people will suddenly act strange. They'll call you different. They'll say you've changed. They'll try to pull you back into the old role because your old role benefited them. Smile politely. Hold the line. If they respect the new standard, they can stay. If they fight it, they were never your people. One last thing, because this is where most people sabotage the upgrade. They try to act confident around the same people who have already memorized their old version. And when those people tease them, they drop back into the old role. Don't do that. If you're changing, expect friction, not because you're wrong, but because your new signals threaten the comfort of the old hierarchy. Some people will test you just to see if you're serious. The test is not what they say. The test is whether you keep your pace, your posture, your boundaries, and your calm. And if you want a simple rule, stop trying to be understood by everyone. Be understood by results. Let your work, your consistency, and your standards speak. That's how you build quiet power without performing it. If this hit you, Take it seriously. Practice it today in one small interaction, one pause, one clean no, one calm boundary. That's how a new reputation is built, brick by brick, not speech by speech. Most won't. They'll keep bleeding signals. But you don't need their permission to change the story starting now. What people really think when they look at you is not destiny. It's feedback. It's a mirror reflecting what you communicate, consciously or not. So make the communication deliberate. Carry yourself like you belong. Speak like you don't fear silence. Set standards like your time is valuable. Build competence like your future depends on it. And stay calm, not because you're numb, but because you're in control. Most people will keep hoping the world treats them better. You won't. You'll give the world a clear reason to treat you carefully. When you control those signals, you stop being a question mark, and people stop treating you like one.